We're live. We're live. We're live. We're live. We're live. We're live. Just up, chat. Just doing some ref shit if you're watching right now. We are live. We're so live right now. H&M seems like they're finally joining. Sup, chat. I'll get more vocal when the actual match starts. I'm doing reffing shit right now, so. Also, I'm supposed to have Christopher co-cast with me today, but he is getting overtime at Costco at the moment, so it'll be a solo stream until he gets here, and then you'll hear some more smart words come out of people's mouth compared to mine, where I'm kind of retarded. Did you finally pinged it? Oh, you finally Adam finally pinged it. Word. You'll be seeing the side of a ref today and a streamer. What's up, OPEX? Where's your face cam? I'm trying to goon tonight. No face cam. Not feeling it. How's everyone's day going? I had a very chill day, off day at work. I beat the secret ending of Silk Song. That was pretty dope. Was watching Red Zone all day with the Wraiths people, and then I watched maybe like the first quarter of the half of the Cowboys. The Cowboys suck dick right now, so you know. I thought you already beat the secret ending. No, I beat the main ending. So there was a secret ending, there's a second secret ending. The first secret ending was just with that one like parasite on you, and then the second ending there's like a whole separate like 10-hour plus content with the game when it comes to like fully exploring it and everything. And then I beat that boss as well. But yeah, any predictions for who wins tonight? They're both teams are both 1-1. H&M, they have like that 63 flank going, and then the 7 Foos flank on the other side. Haven't really seen Mutts play at all. I assume there's like a Zoff something flank going on somewhere. And then I think it'll be a really close match, honestly, in my humble opinion. But I have no prediction. I'm just rooting for both Ellie and Aaron, which is contradictory. I think they're on different teams. I think it's going to be a really close match and really tight. But I think H&M actually gets this dub today, in my opinion. Oh, I'm moving the logo because it's pissing me off. Okay. 15-8 H&M. Yeah, I'm getting some H&M. I think H&M just gets it just on their depth alone. Let's hear have been your friend longer. Yeah, but she loves me more, at least recently. Recency bias does go crazy. Give admin pass. No. See if there's any chatter. Anybody chatting it up in here? Any chatters? Did you put a delay? There is no delay. Why would there be a delay? It's not like NWL where you can like screen peek and then see where the other team is. No one's like, I mean, if they really want to watch the stream and look at the lineups, then whatever. I'm not putting a delay on this shit. Let's see. Shift led Wi-Fi balls. Ethan feels Glinter deep. Echo guys fires. You're probably gonna see like a Echo Fire something flank with a Milkman, Wi-Fi balls, Russell, other flank. Mom said he has to stop screen peeking type shit. How many viewers does the other guy have that's streaming? Or did Adam not ping it? Schedule. Oh, the other guy's streaming, but he has... Bro has ads on. Bro has ads on. I can never have ads on. Why would I be jealous of that, dumbass? Water. Alright guys, I'm going to try to wake up. We're going to get some huge give up reactions today and play calling. When Chris actually shows up in like 20 minutes, if you are here to hear smart shit be said, he'll be your guy. But because I'm a retard, I'll be giving you reaction Andy's. I have him open but muted so I can check in type shit. Reaction Andy here. You'll get the one and best reactions from this stream. As you can see the Deep 63 chat while streaming, so hopefully Jacob T and Comp Mind says like Prime King vibe. You're about to see the best admin work here today, guys. Dun 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 bum bum. Couple seconds left, and then we auto start. But yeah, I think H&M should win this game wholeheartedly. In my opinion, they just have too much like depth, unless like D8's been going crazy lately, or Dark Knight drops like a 30 burger, or just some of their mid guys has to step up today. Let me hop in on the commentary. No. RC Roadcast. Auto start. Go like Kefa. We're getting the mystery Mutts map today. This is the problem with people like... I mean, Chris is about to be here in like 15-20 minutes, bro. I also don't want to listen to you in my ear. We have a me and Chris have a good thing going. I don't know about you, pal. So you get these people getting in. I saw there some people already has ranks. It seems. I think some teams have played longer, more rounds than others. So of course the ranks are gonna be showing up from some people or not from other people. Like I said, this left flank obviously is going to be a Fire Ethan's actually kind of a crazy thing. I would expect Ethan to be more playing in the con. We got Fires, Ethan, Echo, Jacob T, John, not a cool guy, D-Day, Armando, Thunder, Deep, Feels, I'm in Ellie in the mid, Farming, Fox, Deep, Iodine, Glenavin W, Winlock, Charles, Perfect Name, Wi-Fi Bills, Dubo, Milkman, Sage, Bucket, Russell. We have 7 Foods right flank, as we can see. On the Mystery Mutts right flank, we have Sam. It seems like they're still messing up this right, so I'm going to start from the left. We got Enderpuff, Zoft, Jimmy, Boozle, PRC, Highlander, Yee, Chipbrain, Skull, Blotto, DA, Barry, Aaron, Tight, Duke, Kurowski, Anime, Doja, Rufus, Dark Knight, Wolves, Bush, Sam, and Jake. This right flank, I assume, is going to be the kite flank, where they have just waiting for this left flank, as the left flank, Enderpuff, Zoft. Jimmy is just a Zoff fan, so that's why he's playing next to him at the moment. And we shall wait until the battle is over. It's a lot of names I just said. Okay, man, Wi-Fi Bills dropped his wings on the ground. We need an extra 5 minutes. Wi-Fi Bills can stop eating his chicken wings for 1 second. It seems like both teams are hard. F3, go. And we're live. Let's see how this first beginning round starts out. I assume this right flank's getting kite while the left side's push. Right flank is kiting indeed. We got a little push kite thing. Right flank actually breaks out here, but H&M is picking up the kills, trading it out, but the Mutts are still holding out. Left flank finally gets to bend them backwards, but I think the left con is actually struggling a little bit. H&M winning the left flank here, trying to pick up the remaining of these frags. H&M ended up eventually winning up the right flank. We got Doja in a 1vx situation while the rest of the Mutts trying to kill this one person. They need to chase these 2 people and get this regroup in order to win this round. Let's see if they catch them. Soft in the front, trying to kill Russell and Bucket. They hold off. They actually get enough range in order to get the regroup here. Mutts are in a down position. Need to try break out and go for a pick here. Soft goes for a pick, misses. Is that... Huh?
Big boy catch by George Pickens.
Did GP get a catch?
Big boy catch.
Big boy... What? I'm not watching that game anymore. Grumbler gave me hope as a Cowboy fan. Bring it back to the match. Mutts died. Zolt is fragging out and dies. I need to see this GP catch he's talking about. I need to see this GP catch. Hold on. Going on Twitter. Going on Twitter and see if I can find this catch. Going on Twitter. George Pickens. Oh, that's a big catch from GP right there. That's a huge catch from GP. It's still playing. Let me turn it off real quick. That's a huge catch. I wonder if they actually get a touchdown though. Second round, after H&M gets the first round, Mutts are going to do the same thing. They need to actually get more contact early on this left flank before the right flank dies. Fires, finds the first pick on Jake. Not looking good for the right flank here for Mutts. They decided to dive it out. Right con escaping as well. They need to push this left flank now before their right gets swallowed whole. They made up the second line. Well, they just need to push now. Why are they waiting too long? Mutts finally get in. They find a little bit of a hole. They take on the left side. Mutts going for the regroup again. We got Diver still in the left con. They actually going crazy. Yeet Master's actually going crazy in there, bro. Try and find the backside. Regroup for this team. Try and get the up down. We got 2 1v1s over here. If you're a Mutt player, you hold that 1v1. And Mutts with a huge... After losing some people initially in that right flank, actually gets huge picks. And it's going to be a Mutts round. Prescott with the delayed QB run touchdown. Huge! What is the score like? 13. Did they go for 2 or no? Because it was 13-2. So is it? Did they go for the PAT? So it's 13-9 or is it? Yeah, 13-9. You know what? Not bad.
I did get Wi-Fi right after though, if that helped.
Yeah, that's good.
Maybe I pull up the game on my other monitor, or just pull up on my phone. But yeah, Mutts with the huge round that time. Even though they didn't get the, they didn't engage in the left flank as fast as they wanted to. They ended up getting the regroup and Yeet Master diving in the con like a madman. Open up possibilities for Mutts to win that round. Mutts seem like we're doing the exact same thing again. The con needs to actually straighten out here. Charles can actually, if they bend enough, they can get the initial pick. Equine get the initial picks on the right flank. H&M is running it down on the right flank. We have reformed line here. Mid's getting a little dicey. Charles immediately gets picked, but gets TK'd by teammate. H&M just running down the Mutts at the moment. Anime diving in there. Still alive somehow. What is bro doing? What, bro? Alright. Mutts in a down position. They need to push out Doja or wow, whoever that guy was just putting himself in a terrible position. Mutts trying to get this up down. The soft and inner puff trying to get these up downs here to make this round even. They find the kill, go back in. They actually have a possibility if they find these backstabs. H&M regroups fast enough though. Zoff goes in with the dive, gets the initial pick. Trying to dance around. Mutts actually getting these frags. Skull is popping out huge. If they need to get to Swim, it's a 1v1 situation all the way around. Ethan TK's his teammate. 1v2 situation for Zoft here against Ethan and Ellie. I don't know how. Oh, and Ethan hits him with the delay stab on Zoft. I have no idea how Mutts came back and then they TK'd and through. Classic Mutts, am I right, guys? Classic Mutts. Looking at the scoreboard, we got Equifires and as the 1 and 2 getting the most frags. On the other side, we got Zoft Interpuff, which is also the 1 and 2 on the other side of the flank. How's Ellie doing? Ellie 3-1 in the mid. Could be a little bit more frags. Rufus 3 and 2. Anybody at the bottom that should be doing better? PRC 1 and 2. Maybe he just hasn't found a spot yet. John 1 and 2 as well. Ethan 2 and 2. You know what? Not terrible seeing. You know, it's still going to be a close match, back and forth. Ready for the next round. Same kite push. Fires get the initial pick on Sam. The right flank of the Mutts are in shambles yet again. Mutts chooses they need to push this left flank while the ones are holding their 1v1s on the right flank. Mutts finds some positioning in mid and decides the W key. They're going to get these backstabs on the left flank of the H&M. Looks like it's going to be a Mutts round if H&M, this group right here, doesn't get enough backstabs to make it even. Not a cool guy finds himself against Rufus. Ethan, not a cool guy, trying to find an up down here with Jacob T. They found himself in a position where they're going to get bent over and penetrated by the same sex. And it's going to be a Mutts round. Mutts finding himself a good position even though they keep losing the right flank very fast. Their mid is doing quite well when it comes to getting opening picks. Seems like Hotspot is finally coming in. I think Big Bro was benched. Tell them to go to spectate who you draw. Maybe Hotspot coming in will be the dagger that the H&M needs. Are they gonna tell this person to... H&M is being retards at the moment. They have finally dropped somebody. We're live. Mutts, seems like we're doing a left push, right kite, but this time Mutts are feeling very more organized. Jake goes up against the initial pick on Ethan, though. Maybe the right flank's looking a little bit more crazy this time for the Mutts. Actually, it's looking kind of even. Left flank on the Mutts, getting a little frisky, but the H&M is actually holding their ground. They're getting encircled. Hoi 4, hoi 4, hoi 4. Mutts doing a really good job keeping the line composure of that round. And it should be a Mutts round if they don't do any trolling here. Just little TKs left and right for Mutts. Fuck you, Bush. Died to the gamble. Agree fires. One left, and it's going to be the Milkman. The leader of H&M finds himself in a 1vx situation. Gets the initial pick on PRC. Comes back. Gets out of range. Maybe he's going to do a 180 gamble on somebody. Try to get another pick here. Fainting. Goes for the turn. Gets the hit marker. Unlucky. Goes for the block. And he's dead. And I got pinged somewhere. And he finally string pinged the other match. Can I get a Cowboys score update? Is it halftime 13-9?
Watch, wait, or sorry, not 1 second. Highlander, you notice how the one time I don't hit you, you get paid.
It's, yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's a blessing in disguise.
16 seconds left of the half. Word. Hotspot coming in, and he's 0-1. Yikes! Looking leaderboard Wi-Fi bills to try and finally get some kills. Highlanders off Ender Puff in the top. Have to prove why they didn't trade me. He's on Mutts. What's his KD right now? Oh, he's 3-3. Same thing as we're saying. Left push, kite right. Fires immediately hunted down and killed Jake. Right side is not looking very good for the Mutts. Left flank need to go something crazy. Zoff gets picked by Milkman actually on this left flank here. Not looking good for the Mutts this round. Mid's going in shamble. Mutts need to find this regroup and kill these people to the south. Good regroup to those two people coming to help. They need to get some clean kills on these H&M members in order to be at least has a shot in this round. Not look like it's gonna happen. Buckets might get chopped here, but he regroups. And you got some TRR members. D8 Sam PRC goes out for the initial pick, gets held, and PRC's going crazy. Gets the hit marker, stabs the dirt, and he's gonna die eventually. Gets killed right there. Sam in a Highlander 1vx gets the initial stab, dies, and D8's died, and we're even 3-3. Unlucky, you know, maybe the right flank is dying too quick for the Mutts at this moment in time. Zoff dying on the left flank, getting picked by Milkman does not help the Mutts as well. And then the mid kind of just fell apart as well that round. So not looking good at all. Here's the scoreboard. Down, up, down, up. There's the scoreboard for y'all. And we're going to get started in 10 seconds. Where the fuck is Chris? He says he's going to be home by now. Where are you? And we're going to be live in 3, 2, 1, live! Chris has messaged me back. Chris, welcome to the stream!
Hello, team! And we're into it.
We're into it. Mutts has been pushing this left flank for the whole entire time and kiting the right flank, but has not been kiting the right flank efficiently whatsoever. Left flank is holding on for their dear life. Mutts trying to knees to get kills in the mid. It's not happening because I see a lot of orange people. You know who else is orange? Angry orange. Mutts gonna go down, getting strangled by the H&M here at this moment. The kiting on the right flank is not working as efficiently as it is anymore, and the mid is dying too fast as well for the left flank of the Mutts to do anything. Christopher, and he's gonna die right about now. Now, all right.
Oh, there he is. All right. Yeah, so you'll see a lot of this. Like, we had a lot of trouble with this last week on our team. What was it? Detroit Waivers versus H&M. That 63E flank is really hard to face if you don't face it upright. The thing is, they have a great kiting flank. When you have Russell in there who just wants to pull you off, you can't fall for that trap. And coming in right now, I'm really not surprised that they're making it competitive. And I saw that 63E flank winning.
You got another one? The Cowboys got another touchdown, buddy. I literally turned off the game. And we're live.
So this is something I told my team. At the end of the day, you have to break that 63 flank up before they get to open.
I'm watching. Wait, they actually got 2 touchdowns within the same. What happened, bro? I literally turned the game off. I have to watch the game now. Mutts kiting on the right again, not working as efficiently. Maybe the Mutts pushing the left flank a little. Oh, the left flank is dying for the Mutts. They're gonna get encircled here. Not looking good. H&M is just, you know, gathering it up and circling them. And all the Mutts are gonna die here. How the fuck are the Cowboys winning? They got a touchdown in 41 seconds. Did they get a kick, a field goal, or love fumble next play they scored? No fucking way, bro. I literally turned off the game. I have to turn the game back on. Well, it's gonna be halftime, but
Do you want to cast the football game instead?
yeah, let's cast over the casters for the football game. I actually have to mute. That's actually crazy, bro. But yeah, I mean, Mutts, the kiting on the right's not working anymore. It seems like they did finally flank swap. It seems like Zoft and Enderpuff are gonna be fighting this 63 E flank. So we'll see how this goes.
You know, going into the match, that's what I would expect. I would expect you to try and fight that 63 flank as hard as possible, and you put Zoff there. They're on the left. Left is, you know, you generally see left pushing that hard. You have to kill that death stack.
Let's see. We're gonna focus this right flank here for the Mutts because this is where all the action and what the matters here. Set 63 playing a little range game. Jimmy goes for the pick, immediately gets picked, followed by Zoff getting picked. Right flank. Oh, the Mutts finally going down. How's the Mutts on the left flank doing? Not that great either. H&M also wins mid, so it should be an H&M round. They just need to kill these stragglers here. Why is GP doing so hot right now? My boy GP.
Quiet, spicy. Am I quiet for you? Give up.
Not on my end. Mr. Topher's. Let me turn you up on my end. I think I already have you turned. Let me turn you to 200%.
Okay.
Talk.
Yeah. Okay.
Alright.
I mean, you saw it again, bro. Like, you sacrificed Zoff to the evil 63E. I was gonna say something I can't say on Twitch. The evil flank. The evil flank. You sacrificed Zoff and Enderpuff. And they lived a little bit longer. They got some of the death stack, but the space that they get by just shoving everyone there and winning the left, it doesn't really matter what happens.
Yeah,
they need to stack their left. Sorry.
I'm kind of waiting to get to the point when the Mutts actually take a timeout here and discuss and try and make some line change up, because I mean maybe it's too early to tell about the Zoft and Enderpuff flank dying almost instantaneously against the 63 flank. But if this doesn't work out, a lot of changes are gonna need to be made.
It's Echo versus Boozle.
Oh, John goes a little too crazy in the con. Oh, and then the right con dies for the Mutts. But Zoft and Enderpuff are still alive, so the round is going. The Mutts actually won the left flank here, actually panning to the other side of the match. They need to kill these mid players while the Mutts are in 1v1s on the right. Zoft is still in it. He regrouped with Doja, and the Mutts actually need to find this regroup with Zoft here. They need to stop fighting that. It seems like the regroup call was made. Unfortunately, Chip Rain was caught. For some reason, Wolfhearts decides to dive back in there. He actually gets the kill on fucking Fox. The H&M are dead. That's a crazy dive from Wolfhearts, engaging back in there and actually finding a pick off of it.
A crazy play from Wolfhearts. They were already up one, but it was still a great play. Also, Wolfhearts, that gif I sent about low MMR was towards Ed and not you. But that was a great play. And I think at the end of the day, you saw the Zoff flank win that side. That's exactly what you want. They didn't get sacrificed. They broke apart the death stack. The last thing you want is Hotspot, Equal, Ethan, Fires, all together in open. You will lose. They broke it and they won. That's all you needed to do.
Type shit. Seems like the Cowboys in half, but I literally turned it off. I was watching it when the Cowboys were getting bent over. And then when I turned it off, they scored a touchdown, recovered a fumble, and then scored another touchdown.
I don't watch the Canadian Football League.
It's American, idiot. Right flank of the Mutts trading back and forth. Jimmy TK Zoft on the right flank. Not what you want to see here. Mutts finding some movement here on the left, but it seems like their flank has fallen into a 1v1 trap. Mutts and H&M, anyone's game at the moment. These Mutts they need to find this up down. Oh, enemy does not find the up down with John, with Skull on the up down, and then turns around. Skull gets straight stab. Bad up downing there. Wi-Fi bills. Oh my God, Rufus, you cannot get straight stabbed by Wi-Fi bills there. They need to redeem themselves and find this kill on Russell. They find the kill. It is currently a 6v7. They are down 1. It could have been a lot even for the... Okay, Sam decides to dive into a 1v2. And it seems like it's going to be an HM round. It could have been so easily winnable for the Mutts. They could have honestly, instead of having a 6v7, they could have had like a 9v7. But the 3 of their players ended up not regrouping properly and died because of it.
Not only that, I think that it highlights the strengths of the H&M team, which is that they have a lot of 7 boost players. I think I'd say a good quarter of this team is 7 boost players. A lot of them play together. You're seeing guys like Winlock and Ellie together. You're going to be seeing Wi-Fi Bills and Dustin Dubbo. I think that is who his name is. I'm not sure who you are, but you're great. That's the
You're
other strength, right?
14.
You have these cores of 63E that are just going to play a pocket. You have 7 Foos in your connectors with Ellie, who's been farming. And you have a 7 Foos flank. So these guys have all played together. This team is hard. Hard to beat. Especially if they have Wi-Fi Bills.
True.
Who was not there last week. Or the week before, whatever.
Indeed, indeed. Seems like, honestly, we're expecting this right flank to be more even back and forth, but it seems like the left flank of Jake of the Mutts is actually going to be win more. Again, H&M winning their right flank. The Mutts needs to win this left flank and take out this con in order to be winnable. Mutts find themselves getting some kills, but they're honestly TKing more than they're actually getting kills in the latter half of the round. Mutts find themselves in a regroup to the left. They need to find these kills and up downs. PRC is trying to hunt, but the TRR fellas next to him are kind of lacking behind. And we got DA just running around like a monkey. I think he's trying to escape the map. I don't think he can't do that. And he died.
Oh, wait,
Looking at the scoreboard here, you know, Wi-Fi bills. Charles actually 16-8. I put money. I bet that AGS Charles is going to get more frags than Charles Lee. So hopefully that goes well, you know. Ellie, Equal, you know, Milkman Fires, you know, people that always get kills. Highlander 25-9 after recently getting traded, proving his worth, and the Puffin's follows suit.
So I think that if you had a quota, if you wanted to give your team a quota on creating a good win condition, you kill 2 out of 4 of the 5 on right. That and your con can't be dying. I don't know why they haven't moved Boozle and Darth Knight out of the hardest con out of all 4 cons.
Yeah.
That should be dealt with.
Yeah, what's Darth Knight doing right now?
No offense to those guys, but it's tough. It's tough.
I mean, Darth Knight's a good meleeer, but I mean, look at this con on the right from Mutts. They're just not lined up properly, and Hotspot just finds a free pick on Boozle because Darth Knight's not lined up properly on his guy. Mutts here on the left flank needs to find some frags and kills in order for them to win the round. Mutts trying to do their best, but H&M are just killing too many of them. But honestly, I think you're right about moving the con. Dark Knight and Boozle should not be going against the con. Also, Dark Knight he's a good meleeer, but he's not the best when it comes to group fighting IQ. He just doesn't actually stretch with the line and causes Boozle to get up down immediately offline. Mutts trying to find their way out of it. They get some frags, but not enough to win the round. But Sam's actually doing his best. He actually caused 2 TKs here. Goes back, wins the gamble, jumps around. He's in a 1v4. It's actually kind of, if he actually finds a unlucky hit marker, causes a TK, goes for the gamble, misses. This is actually winnable, Sam, if he finds the Doja pick, and also Wi-Fi Bills is the one he hit markered earlier ago, so I think he's trying to force that as well at the moment.
That's why Wi-Fi's just waiting with it down.
And Wi-Fi finally finds a kill. Nice try from Sam. Obviously could have been winnable, but the line play for the Mutts isn't the greatest.
Does our 63 guys know that their chat's getting streamed?
I hope so.
You should probably tell them.
No, I won't.
Timeout for the Mutts. Yeah, so I hate to have to say it and see the direct impact of it, right there. I know Boozle is not a straight stab. I know Darth Knight is not a straight stab. They understand the mechanics of the game, but when you're up against Hotspot and Equal, it's not just the mechanics. You got to understand how deep the movement goes and how far the team play goes. Like you have to understand what you're looking at and where to move because of it. And because that's such a huge stack on the right connector, it's hard, especially if you don't regularly play in some RGL shit or whatever. Like that's not a position where you're being set up to succeed by whoever's telling you to go there.
True. Seems like the Mutts are changing some stuff off the line. Let's see. It seems like Bush and Sam and Jake are going back to the right. Soft, Interpuff, and Boozle on the left. Jimmy's going a little bit more into the con itself. Where's Darth Knight? Darth Knight's still in con, so we'll see if he still gets spin over and taken advantage of this round. Yeah, we're live. See, I'm going to focus this right con of the Mutts and see if they can hold out while obviously they're pushing the left again. But Milkman and the Seven Face Nation actually just do too good of a job. Jake finds the pick on Equal, back and forth fight. right mid of the Mutts going down. Aaron Day gets pieced up by some H&M members. The Mystery Mutts trying to find some frags on the left, but H&M's actually holding their ground even though they were S-keying the whole entire time. Mutts needs to find a regroup here. Possibly, I would say, go to their spawn. Chipbrain's doing a good job. Wolf needs to find this up down because he didn't get the up down. He just found himself in a 1vx situation. Over here, you get Ender Puff in a 1v3 situation. Kicks Wi-Fi builds away correct separation. Probably best bet in mind is try to hold the 1v3 as long as possible so his teammate gets these kills. They find one, even though Ender Puff goes down. What the fuck is Sam doing? Sam had a spasm attack and got himself killed. H&M finds himself in a down position. Honestly, Wi-Fi Bills take advantage of Jake playing like a retard and diving too far. Finds 3 frags here. H&M and Mutts are in a 1v1 all-1 situation. One Mutt go down. Wi-Fi Bills and Puckett trying to find this up down on Bush. Another Mutts go down. And it's going to be an H&M round because of Mutts playing too aggro during that regroup. And Wi-Fi Bill finds all the backstabs due to that.
The Mystery Mutts round to lose, and they showcased basically what happens if you're not together, if you're not as a team. They played it so well on the right. They fought it head on. They didn't split. They made sure that they were compact. They won the fights. They beat the stack flank. But when you're in those regroups, it can be tough because if you're not regularly getting to them, if you're regularly getting wiped, and the score was 9-4 before this round. Maybe the comms aren't as tight when you win the line phase and you're all together. It's tough. It is tough. But it's those situations where you need your somebody to yell at you to get into place.
Auto stars happening and the Mutts are not ready online. Showing up a little late doesn't help anybody. Right flank getting a little frisky, but Bush finds himself getting picked. 63 is just too dominant and aggro on that right flank. Mutts bending them down. I want to see this left con of the Mutts hit this con that's like literally like poking it out, showing, oh, that's an H&M wave coming. Oh, that's an H&M wave coming. Oh, that's an H&M wave coming. Yikes.
Yep, and this is exactly how they've played. They have that big kite flank, and they have that big push flank. And you have these cores of people who work together outside of HDL. This stuff is going to happen. You saw the cleanest, probably the cleanest rotation I've ever seen in HDL. And they had a game plan, they stuck to it, and Mutts were none the wiser.
That was just, they got spanked.
Shout out to whoever is calling the spacing as well. I know Hotspot, like I said, they're mostly people who understand how to do those rotations, but for guys who haven't been in that situation, like I'm talking about, I don't know, like Thunder or Deep, where it's like you're calling a line rotation, they played it so well. They played it really well.
Indeed. Let's see if Mutts change anything up or they're just going to continue what's happening. Right flank's playing a little bit more standstill-y. Bush actually finds the initial pick on fires. Mutts are having a little bit more feedback on the flank, but the right con goes down in effect of it. Mutts trying to find picks on the left, but actually succeeding in getting kills this time around. H&M finally finishes up on the right and trying to get in, see if they can get some backstabs. H&M probably should go for a regroup towards their spawn if I were honest. And we got Russell trying to escape from his life. H&M finally fully regrouped. Mutts needs to get this kill and turn around to be in an up man situation and not throw this time on the regroup. Finds the kill, turns around, but they do find themselves in the corner. Not the best of spot. Barry finds the initial pick on Jacob T. Mutts just needs to be just calm down and find these up down, which they are doing right here. Deep trying to dive out, and you get the last player, which is John. Blocking for life doesn't work, and Mutts get their first round in 6-7 rounds. I'd say they haven't won a round.
That was great. They slayed the fucking push stretch flank, and in open melee they were stuck. H&M were stuck with guys who were not as coordinated, and that was just it. Like the second I saw that, oh, the stack is dead, and their team is good. What am I saying? Mystery Mutts. I love Mystery Mutts.
We
Mystery Mutts win.
the Mutts.
My Mutts. Yeah, so the one thing I did see, it was really close in the right connector. So the right connector for the Mutts, they were maybe 2 picks away from losing the whole group fight. You can win on left, you just need to live on right connector.
True. Seems like the Mutts were doing. It's like rinse and repeating what's happening here, but the success rate of what's happening doesn't work out. Jimmy finds the initial pick on stage, but gets traded out by Dubois. Right flank again of the Mutts getting in shambles, but they're actually living a lot longer than they usually do, which is causing the Mutts to immediately. Oh my God! Look how compact this kite flank is, and none of the 7 Foos members are falling. Holy shit, bro! And they actually all live. This is like actually disgusting to watch. Holy shit, bro! That was the most disgusting kite I've ever seen, and actually all of their members on the kite living.
That's the team play. That's the core. Like
That's disgusting.
If you had a bunch of people who
Yeah,
haven't played on the same team together, that's really hard to pull off. But you do. And 7 Foos have drafted, not 7 Foos. I guess this team is.
This is 7
Foos.
Foos.
Yeah, 7 Foos and friends. That's a new it's the H&M team. Yeah, but Milkman and Hotspot, this is a big testament to their draft and their understanding of team play and getting people that have played together at a great level.
Do you use, I don't know, DNS wouldn't make a difference. I think it's just network.
Yeah, I think I remember in our match during the H&M, against the 63E flank, me and Chrome weren't having the most biggest of issues. We were actually like winning the engagement most of the time. But every time we were put on the 7 Foos flank, because of their teamwork, it was a lot harder to actually find frags on that flank compared to the 63E flank. When it's just like 2 to 3 63s you're playing against the 7 Foos when there's like 5 and 6 of them, you know what I mean? Hyper kite. It seems like they're doing it yet again. 7 Foos being super contact. The Mutts are actually scared to actually go for the flank, the picks here. Mutts, honestly, if they can, they just need to win the flank and then kill up the left comment flank. Left flank finally going down for the Mutts, but Mutts needs to make sure that they don't overextend here. They need a regroup. They're getting a little overextended. Honestly, I can see them getting backstabbed here. They need to turn around. Wolfhearts, go to your teammates for the first time in your fucking group fight career and stay together. It is currently a 6v7. 6-7. Much are up in this situation, and it's even. And it's even, and they're down.
They're
even.
Eyes on fires.
Eyes on fires. He's holding his stab. Mutts are trying to find them to pick, but they keep getting a prio. Nice even pick. Up, down. Mutts. Oh, the TK. Wi-Fi with the TK. Mutts decides to go for the Rubric Grip. Jacob T and Wi-Fi Bills. We are going to look for Wi-Fi Bills baiting the shit out of his teammate here. Wi-Fi actually throws the initial pick. Need to find the up, down. Jacob T finds the kill on Boozle. Wi-Fi following the kill on. And then Wi-Fi with another TK. Enderpuff versus Wi-Fi Bills in the 1v1 for the round. Mutts needs to get this round to get morale up. If Wi-Fi gets the kill here, it might be over for the morale for the Mystery Mutts.
No, this is all Enderpuff. Enderpuff wins these.
Enderpuff, new member of the 7 Foos, but not necessarily moved because he was already in the 7 Foos at one point in time, but rejoining them. Wi-Fi Bills, known as, I mean, they're both good at melee, and their dueling's both good, so, you know, this can last for a while, actually, not gonna
Wi-Fi
lie.
Bills returning from hiatus. People didn't even know if he was going to play HDL. Here he is against Enderpuff.
Yeah, people was like, oh, he's not going to play HDL, and then he played Pickles for a week straight before the draft, and there was like, alright, we're drafting him first round.
What we'll see is Wi-Fi's justification for his high pick spot is on the line here.
I mean, bro's 39 and 10, bro. I think he already proved his place.
And then 12 and 5. Never mind. I still want Enderpuff to win, buddy. Enderpuff, you got to show him, man. Show him those spins.
You know, we'll just get a spectate cam.
Splinky.
And Enderpuff had a stroke. Alright!
Got caught up. It's unlucky.
Oh, the game's back on.
I don't know what game you're talking. I don't watch CFL.
The Cowboys. Currently 13-5. I don't think the Mutts are going to call another timeout. I think they have accepted what's happened to them today. Maybe I don't know how they fix the issue going forward. I don't know what they can do.
I do know about long duels and HDL spicy paper. I mean, there was you'll see an opportunity right on the kiting flank for 7 Foos. It's the left connector. There were options. There was a small opportunity for someone like Yeet Master Karosky or Chip Brain to dive it, but they didn't take advantage and they actually lost that section. So you gotta look out. On that bend, the inner part of the bend, that's where you gotta hit. I don't like this spread by Mutts immediately.
Yeah, they're spreading hella on this left flank while the 7 Foos can actually eat that up. On the right flank, you know, Mystery Mutts and the H&M are going back and forth, but H&M eventually are going to win it because, you know, 63E flank versus Plumbers. The Mutts finally squeezed it back in on the left flank, trying to find backstab. Yeetmaster finding backstabs here. I think Yeetmaster is one of those players in this match that's actually proving his worth and actually getting some frags. Mystery Mutts, I did not look at that right flank. What happened to the right flank? Mystery Mutts ended up winning it. I'm assuming the mid one. Charles finds himself in an up down. Bucket's the only one that's left. And Bucket's dead now.
Yeah, that did not look like Mystery Mutt's win on the left side. They were immediately down 2 when they stretched because their spacing was off. But because they had the stretch, they had more people in the right middle. And Yeetmaster, that area that I was talking about earlier, he found the edge of the bend. So basically, if you have 6 guys kiting on left, Yeetmaster killed the 7th one, and he was able to crunch that. So that's kind of how you beat it. There's a section of the line that's not going to be kiting as hard. That's up to those players to hit and get behind. Otherwise, your flank players, they're just going to lose, which is what happened. They were down maybe they got picked 2 or 3 times until I think that was Yeetmaster and Highlander were able to get kills. So
wait, Dak Prescott throwing the ball deep. Dead cheap. Oh, he almost threw a pick.
Are you watching cricket?
Cricket?
Yeah. It's a great game in India. And,
shut the fuck up. Anyways, H&M calls a timeout. First timeout of the match. I don't know. Maybe they're just getting a little afraid, or they just want to change shit up before the start. I mean, look. I mean, Wi-Fi Bell's 41 and 11. Charles 22. Charles actually kind of having a breakout game here, doing his part for the team. Fires. Ethan Eck will find himself 3-5. Eck hotspot 18 and 8. On the other side, Highlander actually proving his worth, telling those bums, why the fuck you trade me? I'm the GOAT type shit. And we are live. And Cowboys punt the ball.
The idea that you can have Wi-Fi and hotspot as your 5s is insane.
Mm-hmm.
Insanely good for H&M.
Mm-hmm. Another kite stretch push flank. It's a little interesting. Bush finds the initial pick on Fires, but Echo's trading it out. Mutts actually looks like they're winning this right flank if they don't troll on up downs or TKs. Left flank for the Mutts, they just are holding out because the kite flank actually demolished them. And for the first time this fight, the left flank actually loses and the right flank actually wins for the Mutts here. Wolfire's trying to get out of the range on Wi-Fi Bills. Wolf don't chase. Good boy. We got Blacho finds a pick on deep in this 1vx. Actually huge. They need to find this regroup here. It is currently 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm going to say it's even. You don't want to do math right now. Let's try and find initial confrontation on the right. A lot of blocks happening back and forth. Sam's finds the kill on Bucket. The Mutts are digging in on the H&M's regroup. And the Mutts get the round.
Listen, if anyone from the Mutts is watching this in the VOD, go to round 6-13 when the score is 6-13 and look at Kurowski's spacing. That was something insane.
Was he like was that why they lost?
On the left side of the line, this guy was 5-man spacing behind with a down stab, watching everything. He was inspecting.
Are you saying he's the reason? Let's get Kurowski cam actually.
I don't know what the plan was there. Great job on the right for winning. Looks like they have Bush, Duke, DB1, PRC. So they're stacking, not really stacking. I wouldn't.
All right, guys, we got Kurowski cam. Let's see what this guy does.
I don't know if he's a new player.
He is a new player.
Highlight him too much.
He's playing like a new player. Anyways, we'll take over the cam. Duke DB1 finds the initial pick on Ethan on this right flank. Mutts all kills. First 5 kills for the Mutts for this round. The Mutts just needs to keep getting these frags and not throw in order to win. Mutts finding these picks off the right flank. Need to find these up down. H&M actually finding picks in the mid. Getting some good backstabs here. They must just need to find this regroup and not let H&M get enough kills to get back into this round. The right flank of the Mutts coming in and cleaning up the H&M from the middle. And seems like it'll be a Mutts round. They just need to clean up these kills. Actually, this 2vx over here with Russell and Bucket's doing really good. But there just might be too much Mutts on the field. But let's see if they at least kill soft before their time is over. So Russell goes for the gamble on Russell. Bucket holding for his life. Goes for the gamble, misses. Causes a TK, and it's a Mutts round. Are we seeing a Mutts start of a comeback here?
That would be hard. That would be a lot. I see a lot more activity in the connectors in middle. You had Fields, I think that was Fields. Who is this? Yeah, Fields Dirty Blood. He just ran down the middle. Looks like they're being really active in middle. I would look towards H&M spacing. I think at this point they understand why they're losing. They're protecting the spaces on the kite. So Yeet Master and Highlander can't get in as easily. But this spacing, just look at the spacing in the middle. This is deliberate. They are calling like fucking half man there. I think now you're gonna see a lot less consistency as to who's gonna win. I think it might go back and forth.
Yeah, as if it goes back and forth, Mutts don't have enough rounds to keep going back and forth. They just don't have the luxury of going back and forth at this point in the game. Bush finds the initial pick on fires yet again, followed by Duke on Echo. What's happening with the 63 flank? 3 first picks for the Mutts is the right flank. The H&M right flank or left flank is in shambles and they're running away. The Mutts on the left trying to get these kills, but they don't know that there's a horde of H&M about to backstab them. Mutts need to find this. Shout out Chip Brain. I don't know. I'm shouting out. Mutts find themselves in the group. They're up way more than HMM right now. Finding these pick on the left flank. What got into Bush and fucking Rufus, bro? Bush finally goes down on the hotspot straight stab. Mutts just needs to find these up downs and not throw the round. There's so many more Mutts on the left flank, but the right flank on the Mutts are just getting straight stabbed. Mutts need to find the regroup here. Go back. Oh, because PRC play too aggro, he doesn't go back, and now Mutts are down in this situation because they play too aggro again.
Oh man.
Chip, Brain, and Rufus are in the mid with DA and Aaron on the right side. Aaron's trying to find a play. If we're looking at Aaron, it's all gonna be Aaron's fault. He loses the round. Aaron's with the up down, but he's in D8s. But he goes down. Both Mutts are in a 1v2 situation. One goes down, the other goes down. Mutts through the round. Mutts.
You can't have Thunder killing Jake and PRC in open melee. That can't happen. Rufus had a great attempt, but he got backstabbed.
The Mutts had such a huge man advantage on the right flank, and then when it came for the regroup, they just play too aggro and gets themselves killed.
Alright, shout out Arya. I'll do that after the match. Something short though. I gotta do something, but yes, bro. Like that was their round to win. But you did see this the deliberate compact in H&M middle. They don't want a Yeet Master farming their connector. They are bypassing the issue entirely by stacking that middle and making sure everyone's talking and having people just jumble together. How are you gonna fight the brick wall? 8-14 doesn't look good.
Match point here for the Mutts. They can't lose any more rounds. You see Doja's 14. 14's all they get. Let's see a Bush and them find the initial pick off the right flank against Fires and Echo this time. And I see a lot of mixed back and forth here for these team. Aaron J's actually in the middle. He could have gone for backstab to feed a little bit more confidence on himself. Mutts winning the right flank. Actually, probably should go for the regroup here instead of taking that 3v3. Mutts ends up winning this left flank, but if they get a little crazy, then it could be anyone's game. Mutts should focus this regroup to the north side of the field. They get one. They need to clean up these 1vx's. John gets out.
They're losable.
Jacob T is out, and Mutts are huge so much, but honestly, they could still lose.
No longer losable. I can't see them losing this.
And they don't lose. 9-14.
If H&M forced the fight and the regroup earlier, I could see them winning it. They just needed to get in faster, but they held on for too long. Mutts did a great job. I don't know who that was. I'm sure that I saw Jake get stabbed by Winlock, 7-boost Winlock, trying to backstab the left connector. That's a good idea from him because he won the middle. Yeah, so Jake is in the middle. He won the middle and he tried to backstab the left connector, which is exactly what you want to see. They're deliberately stretching out this middle to create openings for that. Just unlucky because I think Winlock hit the fucking target swap of the Sentry and did a 180 on him. But they have the right idea. I think they both understand what the win conditions are. H&M just have more rounds to spare. It really doesn't look good.
True. Match point yet again. Mutts holding on for dear life here. They need some frags. They need some round wins. Krosky gets the first TK's Highlander off round. What the fuck, Krosky? But maybe they sacrificed Handline like he's a goat, right? And they sacrificed him, and now they have Satan powers because the H&M are currently running away from this left flank, but right flank H&M wins. Mutts needs to find themselves in a group. Mutts needs to find this regroup. They need it. They kill this 1v3 or run away. They don't kill the 1v3. Oh, they
Sun's
just
off.
kill him, bro. Just kill him.
It's
Mutts
off,
find
go
himself
to
in a group. They
Krosky.
push this. You push this, Mutts. Get in there, Mutts. Krosky, don't TK another
Nice,
teammate.
dude.
Krosky, don't stab. Stop stabbing, Krosky. Mutts are winning. Mutts are winning.
Boozle.
Oh my god. Mutts find themselves winning in this 1vx situation. Like I said, Highlander was sacrificed as a goat. Wolfheart TK'd Yeetmaster.
Yeetmaster too.
Yeetmaster, they sacrificed 2 people for Satan's powers to come through. It's gonna be a Mutts
my
round.
God.
It's gonna be a Mutts
Oh my
round.
God.
It's Mutts round.
This is insane. I think that was again another H&M round.
They just threw. The open melee. They just threw again.
But again, that open melee was all. I think H&M could have forced that. They could have taken out that those 3 in the end. I think that was theirs to win. Especially if your middle, the regroup middle was Zoft, Karosky, Boozle, and Doja. Like if they touched that, if they had a call to touch that and dive that, it would have not looked good. But they got away with it.
Crosa got away with TKing their top the top frag, bro.
Listen, you got to be careful here because H&M are not panicking. They are absolutely not panicking. You need to keep your shit.
Krosky's taking a knee. He's praying. Let's see if he.
But that causes spacing issues. Look at this.
Oh, he's back, bro. It's fine. Mutts going back and forth trying to find this initial pick. Who gets the initial pick here in this round? And it's Ethan on the first pick on Mystery Mutts. And it's back and forth here at the moment. It's still anyone's game, actually. Left link is looking a little good for the Mutts if they find this up-down. Oh, they abandon Boozle. But Boozle blocks the up-down. Mutts looking good on this left flank, but H&M's looking better on the right. They need to find the regroup here. Mutts needs to regroup. Don't push right, regroup. Get the fuck out. They actually did regroup. They listened to me, bro. They're watching the stream right now. They find the regroup here. It's still, Mutts can win, but it's not looking great.
I think they were too aggressive. I think Mystery Mutts were too aggressive.
They played a little too aggro.
Unlucky. Like I said, but that wasn't, they didn't panic. I can imagine they didn't panic. Unlucky. 10-15.
True. I'm getting scoreboards.
That's Wi-Fi Bills with a 50 bomb. D8 910 with, I didn't see what he got, but yeah. That was a great play. Wi-Fi showing why he was picked so high. 50 bomb. You love to see it. I think towards the end there was a lot of opportunities. I think if they stuck it at 13, and did what they kept pressuring that middle, it would have turned out a little different. Maybe a closer score.
We love to see handshakes. We love to see handshakes.
I could definitely see how. I could definitely see a world where it was a 14-15.
Yeah, the match could have been better if Mutts. Honestly, they were playing a lot better at the tail end of that match compared to the beginning. If maybe they changed up their strategy and played how they were playing later on the match, then the match could have been a little bit more closer and Mutts could have ultimately won the match. But due to their big deficit that was accumulated at the beginning of the match, does not help them whatsoever. Let's see if if people want to come in here if they're interested or not. Jake, who's the at?
Cracked the code, but it was too late. Unlucky. Aries, we can do. Are you still in the chat, dude? We can do
Aries was joking, bro.
No, I know. I see that, bro. We could do a first to 3, dude. It's fine. It'll only take like not even like 10 minutes, bro. Like 5 minutes. Or we do a first to 1, bro.
First to 1, 20-minute duel.
Bro, that's 20 minutes is not possible, bro.
20 minutes,
like,
too much. 20 minutes is too long. Like 3 minutes is long, guys. Right? 3 minutes is so long.
3 minutes?
3 minutes is so long.
Bro. We can do a first to half a kill, like first to a hit. I'm just kidding. You first to hit, bro. Oh, I'm just joking. Okay. Do we have interviews or no?
I think Moma just joined ABC.
Moma drags? Nah. I gotta play Minecraft later, Aries. It's okay. Next time. Surely.
Welcome, Milkman, to the cast. Start off, congratulations on the win, 15-10. Mutts had a little bit of a comeback coming on, but y'all held strong. Initial thoughts on the match? Anyone you want to praise?
personally, I think basically the entire team did well. Generally good communication. There was some line play stuff that we had to figure out, but I'm gonna give a big shout out to Sage. Sage went Dave, and I were really locking down that right con. I think Zoft would have gotten a lot more impact if it wasn't for Sage basically double blocking offline. So um, when I wasn't playing 3, he was playing 4, and sorry, when I wasn't playing 3, he was playing 3, and him blocking against Zoft is good. Um, Other than that, I think left flank did really well as well. So, and of course, shout out the mid. Y'all are great.
Yeah, we were watching. I mean, you pretty much had the 63 push flank and then the 7 Foost kite flank. It was actually kind of sick to watch the 7 Foost kite flank eventually like kiting and not fighting the whole entire time, and eventually still winning the flank due to the teamwork and the Mutts making too little overextending plays in their part. Obviously, that comes to y'all are in the same regiment, and you have a lot of experience playing with one another. I don't know where I'm going with this actually. I just
Sure.
gave the answer to what I was about to ask.
The synergy is an important factor. I didn't necessarily set it up that way in mind, but it was probably why it worked so well. Like I was able to communicate with my people really well because we kind of like we knew the vibe. We played together. Like you wouldn't expect it, but Russell and Bucket worked pretty well. And Bucket's a team player through and through, so like communicating with him is pretty easy. And the 63 guys, they're on the same wavelength. I think y'all understand that fact. So they can kind of solve their problems for themselves. It's kind of like it like really takes a burden off my shoulders as a captain. I don't really have to tell them what to do a lot of the time. Like I find pockets of people that generally work together, keep them together, and they do my job for me.
True. Chris, you get to ask him one nerd question.
Oh, no, you took it, dude. I was gonna talk about the picks or deliberate, but I think having seen the matches, the answer is pretty clear. Like as you said, you weren't trying to draft all 63, all 7 boosts, but the fact that you did, I think, allowed for a lot of those complex maneuvers. I will say, I'm wondering how, in terms of communication, how difficult or not difficult was it to coordinate those gigantic spins, having the mid really compact? Was it difficult? Because I can't imagine it was, given a lot of the guys you have played on teams where they know what to do.
I think there's 2 reasons why it worked really well. The synergy on the flanks made sure that the line play was pretty tight there, and since the scale was so big, the mid kind of fell in line. They didn't really need to do crazy kiting and movement. Of course, the mid didn't have enough impact, or didn't have as much impact as, like, let's say last match, because we were so mobile. But I think our team is generally we generally like each other and we do well together. We communicate. I found that we started to trust each other a lot. So doing the bigger maneuvers, I think, because the synergy on the flanks, the size, and then our trust has made it pretty easy.
Yeah, and it pays off clearly.
Once again, congratulations to Milkman and all of the H&M players being 2-1 now. I don't know who y'all fight against next. Let me check real quick. Y'all face.
Probably Jedi.
I think y'all do face Jedi. Let me double check though. If I can actually know how to work a challenge board. Holy shit, bro! I'm stupid. Yeah, you will be going against the Jedi Order. Jedi Order, obviously the #1 team. They're the only undefeated team left currently in HDL at the moment. Obviously, going to be a big matchup going against for y'all, Milkman. Any particular strategies or plans going into the match, or just see how it goes?
I don't want to reveal too much information, but if we get the day that we want to schedule for, I think we can set up a good strategy for a victory.
Type shit.
Their team is a little one note, so we know what to do.
Type shit. Well, once again, congratulations to H&M. PRC, thank you for waiting for so long. Obviously, the Mutts, you didn't get the result you wanted to get out of it today. Obviously, you had a huge deficit going into the match. It was like 3-9, 3-10, or 4. I think it was 4-11 or something. And then y'all had that little comeback you were going. Ultimately, you lose the match. Just initial thoughts and what just went down type shit.
Yeah, what they were doing on their right flank is like when they were kiting, like their entire con was kiting. That definitely put a thorn, kind of helped to limit Soft and Innipuff and their ability, what they wanted to do. But it kind of took us a while to figure out how to answer it, and we figured out by stretching more on right, because right was just kind of getting destroyed for most of the game. We figured out by like actually stretching right, it kind of opened elsewhere in the line in mid and helped us to survive a little bit more. But we just called that way too late. We made the right adjustment way too late, where it was kind of like too late to make a heroic comeback, and all they had to do was make a small little adjustments to counter that and get 2 rounds. So
yeah, but yeah, I saw because due to the adjustment that y'all made, you started finally picking up rounds. And obviously, like, match could have been a lot easier, or like not easier. The score could have been a lot tighter as well, especially those rounds where there was a regroup situation, and then y'all played a little bit too aggro during the regroup stage, and obviously you'll get bit in the ass if you play too aggro in like 5v5 or 6v6 situations.
I was screaming in all of those situations to not play aggro, and then someone wants to.
There's one that comes to mind when a certain Wolfarts dove at Wi-Fi Bills, and Wi-Fi Bills blocked it. He held Wolf Hearts like a dog, and Wi-Fi Bills got 3 backstabs because of it. Regardless of that, Mutts played very well at the tail end of the match. Obviously, whenever you have that big of a deficit, it's going to be a lot harder, even if you make the correct adjustments, to win the match at the end of the day. Any particular people you wanted to shout out of the match, Piercy?
Well, Highlander, our new
W trade.
Yeah, he played amazing. I think we still got stuff to work out with the Sam and Bush line flank, but Bush has been he was very vocal the entire time, which I think helped. More vocal than I guess like what Ed was. No diss to Ed, but more vocal than what Ed was when he was on our team. So I think the more communication does help. Yeetmaster had a pretty good game.
Yeah, I saw Yeetmaster was doing crazy in the con/mid wherever he was for the majority of the game.
Did pretty good. Dark Knight did pretty good. Rufus was lagging a lot too, so we didn't see his usual impacts. But that's just what you get with Rufus.
That's the gamble you take sometimes.
Yeah, I think we just need to make adjustments sooner, be more clear with our adjustments, not just moving players around. I think we need to be more clear with our strategy on the line and not just moving players around, hoping it works out. I think it might be more beneficial in our next match against
The downstabbers, the downstabbers.
the Downstabbers, yeah.
My team, bum.
Clear strategy will help us in making the right adjustment sooner and not just letting them string rounds together.
True. Yeah, I would probably just recommend watching over the VOD after the match. Me and Chris had pointed some rounds that the Mutts had some problems and could correct in the future. Maybe regarding certain players. I'll just watch the match on that one. Any particular strategies and thoughts going against the Downstabbers, which I think technically are number 2 because H&M and Downstabbers had the same record, but because Downstabbers beat H&M, they're technically second in the league right now.
It would just to not let Chrome cook, and that would be the only strategy.
That's a good strategy.
And yeah, I don't want to reveal. I mean, we don't have a. We're more of an audible type of team. Going into the game with the team, kind of. But we just gotta call those audibles out earlier.
Type shit. Well, I think that's all I wanted to ask. Chris, you don't get to ask any more questions because I want to watch the Cowboys game, and there's nothing else to be said.
Okay.
GG, by the way, Logan. Good game.
It was a great match to watch, great match to catch, good match to ref. I did all 3 of those today. Well, I didn't play, but I casted and ref. Thoughts on the ref? How punctual was I today?
You were on it. There's no mishaps, no nothing. That's what we expect.
Milkman trolled me at one part of the match, and then there was no more trolling after that.
When did I troll you?
You had a player. You added up the first time you subbed somebody in, the other guy didn't leave, and then Hotspot put an R in chat, and then I was like, "You have 26 people, or 25
Yeah,
people."
yeah. He was disconnecting at that point, but yeah.
And,
Sorry about
okay, can you make like a gift to send to us? We need some like bulletin board material.
But yeah, thank you both captains for being part of this interview and for captaining for this amazing league. I give this league maybe top 2 in leagues to participate in.
Oh, for sure.
Wait, new trade and trades. Wait, that's a fake trade. Never mind. It's Gustav being a re. Is he? Wait, are they? Is Paprika actually accepting that trade? That's crazy. Anyways, thank you both captains for being here today. That'll be it for me and the stream team. Anything you want to say regarding Chris closer? Bye.
Me?
You want to say anything before we close off the stream, dude?
Yeah, dude.